I'm Greyson Turner. This is my song, Back to Sleep. Fighting for a lost cause robs a man of you. Tried running from the dark times, but you can't hide from the truth. So I take all my anger, and I take all my pain. I pour it into a broken glass, 'cause I still can't take the shame. Stumble through the door, fall up the stairs, crawl into bed and try again. See, I just can't win for losing, and it's loneliness I'm choosing. If I drink it all away, I guess I'll make it one more day. Searching for a purpose can drive a man insane. Try to find some meaning while I still got half a brain. So I take my heart and I fold it up, put that ugly thing away. Only pull it out when I can't stand feeling alone another day. See, I still can't win for losing, and it's loneliness I'm choosing. I'll just throw it all away, so I can make it one more day. If I were a rich man, I could buy some time. But as it stands, I don't have much, so I have to take what's mine. There ain't no God or a devil that I can answer to. I only got myself to blame for what I put me through. I guess it's over now. I've had enough. I just wanna go back to sleep. See, I never went for losing, and this loneliness I'm tired of choosing. Is this the price I have to pay, so I can make it one more day?
Hello, my name is Jonathan Clegg. Welcome to the ATX Music Talent Art Showcase of Greyson Turner. Greyson is an Austin-based singer-songwriter, originally from South Carolina, before moving here in 2021 to get immersed in the Austin music scene. Mm-hmm. His music blends Americana, folk, country, blues. His voice can be described as gravel-laden, old-school grit, emotional depth and delivery. I mean, I don't know that much about you. and this is the first time on the show where I've had
Pretty much
somebody.
nailed it right
Okay.
there. Yeah.
Well, I saw a clip of Greyson on TikTok, and like within 3 seconds, I was like, this dude needs to be on here because your voice is very powerful and so emotionally like driven and acoustic based song structures. So I really gravitate towards that kind of stuff. And you've been a performer your whole life, right? You've been
My whole life.
talent shows, musicals,
Yep.
bands. What's the deal with your American Idol experience?
Yeah, I did American Idol. Yeah, so I mean, I started singing in the car when I was like 4 or 5 years old. Basically, as soon as I was like really learning to put sentences together, and I was singing along to what my parents would play in the car. So I don't know like where it came from. No one in my family is a singer, but it was just always something that I naturally just was drawn to, and just music in general, and so I grew up like doing talent shows, and my parents were really supportive of the whole thing, so they would put me in like vocal lessons, and I would do all sorts of little showcases and whatnot, and started learning the guitar as well, and probably wrote my first song when I was 11. And probably played my first like paid gig when I was in like middle school. And so it was just, I've been doing this for as long as I can remember. But yeah, with American Idol, I was 15 when I auditioned. Wow. So this was, almost 12 years ago now. My dad and I drove out to New Orleans, and that was where where I did my auditions, and I did like a couple producer rounds there. Uh-huh. And they say, all right, you're good. Come back in like a month, and we're going to put you in front of like the celebrity judges.
Did you play guitar? Were you playing
Yeah,
guitar?
so I played they would let you play guitar for like a song, and then they would also want to hear you like a cappella as well. Okay. So I remember, I'm pretty sure I played like an original song of mine for one of the audition songs, and then, a cappella did something else. And so anyways, I go out like a month later to New Orleans again, and we're at the big convention center downtown, and it's the day to meet the celebrity judges, and so there's a couple hundred people there probably that have gotten to that point, and they do this big like parade where they like bring in the celebrity judges that morning, kind of like a Mardi Gras style parade, and then you're basically just like in the waiting room all day with everybody else who's made it to where you have.
Oh wow!
And you don't know really when you're gonna go. So you're basically just sitting there all day until you get like a warning.
Are people like practicing or preparing?
Yeah, it's like this. You're just in like a big conference room. Everybody's like sitting around with their crew that they've got with them, and yeah, people are practicing. People are jamming. They're meeting each other, and at one point they bring you into like the little dark contract room that they've got, so you can go read like the 100 pages of legal stuff that you've gotta know, and like. I was 15, so obviously my dad was with me, and they're kind of explaining it to him, and I think he was probably just as confused as I was with all the legal stuff. And I mean, basically if you do go on American Idol, and like they own you in a lot of ways. Yeah. They and especially the farther you get. So anyways, I go and do the celebrity judge audition. It's Jennifer Lopez and Harry Connick Jr. and Keith Urban. Did my original song, which is what they showed on TV when they aired my audition. So cool. That was pretty cool. And so I got 3 yeses from them.
Nice.
Got the golden ticket. And my takeaway from that day was like a lot of waiting around, a lot of like feels like a lot of they want to like try to just like make you not really know what's going on. So your nerves build up.
Yeah.
And me being like 15 at the time, I don't think I even knew like what anxiety really was. So I had no nerves about the whole thing really. I just was like happy to be there, and was like, this is something cool that I'm getting the opportunity to do, And so yeah, it was super cool. Went to Hollywood a couple months later. So that's where they put you up there in Hollywood for like a week, and you've got a bunch of different rounds that you go through in the course of that week. And so we get out to Hollywood, check into this really nice hotel and kind of do all the fun little orientation stuff. And then they bus us over to the theater where the first day of auditions is going to start. And so that day is basically another repeat of like what you did the first time in front of the celebrity judges. Except now this time, instead of being in like a room, you're on like a big stage. Judges are out there, and you go out. And I remember I played an acoustic version of the Cupid Shuffle, like the line dance. I don't know where I got that idea from, but I was just trying to find, anything at all that would be sort of like different and stand out. And so it was really cool though. Like I did that, and everybody that was like in line waiting to go, they were watching me. They started doing the dance, and like I could kind of see like cool. Jennifer Lopez start to like do the dance, and so I think, that kind of worked out. It was memorable. So I got through that round, and you're on stage, and they like basically have everybody that's there at that point after, they've done that first round in Hollywood Week, and you either are in the line up front or you're in the line in the back. And if you're in the line up front, that means you got through that round. And if you're in the back, that means you didn't get through that round. So I'm up front with the people that got through that one. And as soon as you realize that you've made it, they're like, okay, now you've got to get yourself in a group of 4 people immediately, like on the stage. So everybody's like rushing around trying to find a group to be with. And you don't, like, maybe you've met a couple people, but you don't really know anybody. Or maybe you'd be like, oh, hey, like I saw your audition earlier, like you're really good, like let me get with you. Or, we have similar styles, like let me get with you. But I mean, it's pretty much pure chaos. And so I'm just kind of scrambling around, and this like pretty blonde girl was like, hey, do you want to be in our group? And I'm like, yes, that's the one I'll go for. And so I get in this group, and 3 other people, 2 girls, 1 other guy, and they were all like I would say like real, like legitimate, like country singers, you know? And especially at that time in my like musical career or whatever, I was like I wasn't really a country singer. It wasn't something that was like totally in my repertoire nearly as much as it is now. And I hadn't really discovered the country music that I really loved at that point, So anyways, we get with our group, we select, like, I think it was like a Carrie Underwood song for our group.
Oh, so you guys have to do it together?
Yeah. Wow. So you're in your group of 4. You've got to learn this, probably half of a song, and, figure out how you're dividing it up for who's singing what part.
Yeah, they're just trying to create like tension and drama.
Yeah. And so and luckily, like my group, they were really, really like nice, genuine people. Like there was any sort of like ego clashes or anything weird like that. And so you stay up all night that night with your group rehearsing the song. And then, maybe you get to sleep for a couple hours, or maybe you don't. I think I did end up, maybe sleeping for like 2 or 3 hours that night, and before we had to go back. And then another day of just like waiting around. You don't really know when your group's going to go. You're kind of sleep deprived, but you're also like, you're trying to like stay with your group and like practice what you rehearsed last night so you don't forget it. And so finally we get to do the group round, and I mean it, from my like memory, like I was like, man, that didn't really go that well for me. Like, I think the genre wasn't exactly in my wheelhouse, and I think, I flubbed a word or two here and there. And so I kind of had a bad feeling about it right after that. And then, so later that day was when I did not make it through. Yeah. I think it was the 2 girls in my group, they made it through the next round or maybe a couple more rounds. And me and the other guy that was in the group, we got sent home after the group rounds. And then, that was it. The next day I was like on a plane back to South Carolina, and it was over.
And then that make you want to come out to Austin and pursue me? Well, I guess you were only 15, so a lot of stuff happened. You probably had to finish high school.
Right. Yeah, I know. I just came back went right back to school. Like everybody kind of had an idea what I was gone for, but I wasn't like allowed to talk about it,
I just had Mama Duke on the show, and she was a finalist for America's Got Talent. So we just got done telling all this insight. Yeah. That like you're talking about, like they're doing the same kind of thing where it's like they chaos, or like they're messing with you, trying to get your emotions at play.
They do. And I think like, I don't know, I'm generally like pretty level-headed, pretty calm under pressure. And so, I mean, I don't think I would ever go back and do one of those shows now, really. But if I did, I think I'd be able to handle myself. But especially like being that young, I just like legitimately I didn't feel like there was any pressure on me because this wasn't even like, it didn't feel like it was make or break for anything I was trying to do in my life.
Yeah, okay.
It was just like a cool opportunity that I was able to do.
I'll be interested. I'll have to go back and look at is it available online?
It might still be. It was for a while.
Curious what your voice sounded like back then.
Oh yeah.
So is it always is it raspy or?
It's the same like raspiness, same sort of like power that I've always had. I would say just a little just less mature.
Yeah. Well, that's what caught me when I saw you was the power, and I was like, oh God, it'd be perfect for this acoustic environment that I do here on the show.
Right.
So
yeah. I mean, yeah, that's like like playing just by myself with an acoustic guitar is like how I kind of started. Those were like the first kind of gigs that
you said country wasn't really your thing in the beginning. What were your early influences? What kind of music?
So I grew up. I was. I listened to a ton of Elvis growing up.
Okay,
my parents were big Elvis fans.
Mine as well.
Yeah.
I mean, who isn't? But
yeah,
my dad sings. He sounds like Elvis, so it's like a little bit more interesting to.
Right. Yeah. I mean, yeah, exactly. Who isn't? And so I think that's where I got originally, like, especially like Elvis in like the 50s. He had sort of that like grit a little bit to his, not like raw power, but that sort of like growl that he had, I think that I sort of like really was like interested in that sound and like tried to emulate that sound as I was like learning to sing, So that's probably where I got some of like that kind of grittiness that I do have from. And then like from listening to like Bob Seger, my parents would listen to Bob Seger a lot, and they generally just like all like the classic stuff, like the Rolling Stones and just all like the classic rock. And then like I got really into like Aerosmith and like that sort of era of classic rock, and then but basically it was always rock that I listened to. And then when I was in middle school, I got more into like the Beatles and then like some like the Black Keys and like those bands of like that era and Arctic Monkeys and that kind of stuff. And so that was just like what I listened to and what I enjoyed. And then in high school, I did start to get a little more into country music, like from a listening perspective, but it was just never something that I thought that it was like in my wheelhouse as a singer until I started listening to like Tyler Childers.
I like him.
Like Coulter Wall and like Sturgill Simpson and those guys who were doing like.
Well, that's the country I can get into.
Yeah, exactly.
And then now that I have a 3-year-old, I start, like country hits me harder now. Like even the generic family cookie cutter songs. It's funny now as I get older. I'm like was into alternative rock and now that I have a kid, I'm like, oh yeah, this is a.
Yeah, it's touching. Yes, the emotionality of it. Yeah, I mean, it's, that's why it's there. That's why it's popular. But yeah, so like I think like now my sound is sort of like influenced by, like it's influenced heavily by the rock sound and by like the country sound, the Americana sound that I grew to like, later on. And
yeah, I thought it was a good balance of like the kind of stuff that I like, because if it was just straight up country, I don't think I've had a straight up country artist on here yet. It's all been kind of like kind of fusion.
Yeah, and the genre lines are like
Austin.
Yeah, it's like especially here. It's just like, but in general, I feel like genre lines are very blurry today. Yeah. Like, I mean, there obviously are people who are doing like straight up pure classic country sounding type of stuff, and people that are just doing straight up blues. But a lot of it is like this. It's just a mix of rock and Americana and folk and blues. Like it's all kind of combined together in like just that person's unique sound.
Did you start off with covers, learning on guitar? Or did you start writing from the beginning?
So yeah, I would learn covers. I would I think when I was playing guitar, I was taking guitar lessons and I was like singing separately. Like I hadn't put the two together yet until I was like 10 or 11 maybe. And that was probably the first time that I figured out I could play and sing at the same time, That was like a big milestone for me and like learning how to do all of this, And so once I realized I could play and sing at the same time, I learned a lot of like the Elvis and stuff that I had like listened to and liked. And then not too long after that is like when I wrote my first song that I had ever written. And I was in 6th grade. I think I was 11 at the time. And we even.
Do you remember what you wrote it about?
Yeah, it was actually. I mean, it was like it was called like I Can't Get It Right, and it was like a song about like not being able to find love or like not being able to get a relationship right, which I had no experience in, but just something like I think the first lyric was like they say all you need is love, because I had heard that in a Beatles song, like all you need is love, and then I was like, what if I can't find it? So it was basically just that's what a lot of songs are about, right? Is like screwing up a relationship.
How's it hold up now to your new stuff? Because the reason I ask is I've been writing music for like 27 years. And I just finally recorded my very first song I ever wrote.
Congrats.
And but I have all these other songs I've been writing, and everybody likes the song. It's like, this was the first song I wrote. Like, wow, it's just like I just thought it was so simple,
right?
Compared to, because as you get better, you want to test limits and you do fancier things, but sometimes it's like the most honesty, simplistic things that end up being what people gravitate towards. So I think that was interesting.
For sure.
So Jonathan here. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy content like this and want to see more of it and see more of your favorite Austin artists, please take a moment, like and subscribe to the channel. It means the world to the artists. It will keep the show going. And I just want to deliver you the best product possible, and I could really use your help. Thank you again. So you did reap what you've sown.
Yeah.
Solo album from 2025.
Yes, my first ever like full length album. Yeah.
And so now with you play a lot around Austin, it seems like.
Yeah, I do.
Are you just? I'm sure you do a variety of things, but are you just still promoting that album a ton?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. Like, so when we kind of do like two different. When I play with my band, at least, we kind of are doing like two different kinds of shows right now. We're doing like the 45-minute to like an hour and a half sets, where it's like a ticketed show, and for that, like, we're playing all my original music, or like pretty much every song off that album, plus a couple other ones that are either like older or like coming this year.
Yeah, have you written new stuff since?
Yeah. And then if it's a set like that, we're doing all that, and then we're selecting like a handful of covers that I feel like are like covers that like we play, like we do our own thing with them. They don't just necessarily sound exactly like the original version, and two, they're just like covers that I think are like representative of my influence and my inspiration, and like fit in with what my original music.
Did you do a post of a Chris Stapleton cover? I was having trouble sleeping last night. I kept singing this over and over, and I was like, I thought I saw you.
What song was it?
Oh man, I lose control.
Oh, I think
every time.
I don't know. I don't think that might not.
It was probably Chris Stapleton.
It might have been Chris Stapleton. No, I do. I mean, I've sung some Chris Stapleton songs before. I'm trying to think. I don't know. I mean, but yeah, I do a lot of like TikTok posts of just like sitting there with my guitar and playing.
Yeah, well, a lot of those covers are kick-ass that you've been doing, man. Those are awesome to hear your voice with
anything I'm listening to or like or I'm influenced by. But yeah, so we do, those types of shows where it's like a shorter set. It's a ticketed event. It's we're highlighting my original music, right? And then we also are still occasionally doing the like 3-hour sets at like event, like a bar, where we'll do all my original stuff plus like a ton of covers. It's probably half and half, I would say. And so yeah, right now, like, I'm just in like kind of like growth mode, is like try to get in front of many eyes as I can here in Austin, and like generate buzz here in Austin, which is kind of like what the past.
Are you just solely doing music out here?
No, I have a day job as well.
Is it how's it? The music scene, can you make it out here? Is it just a grind?
Yeah, I mean,
you feel like they're paying people fair, or it's just kind of you just got to grind?
Yeah. So my take on that issue or topic is like, so I know plenty of people. I have plenty of friends that are like full-time musicians, at like sort of like all levels, and like you can pay your rent, you can pay your bills by like making the rounds of Austin and playing, multiple times a week. Some of the gigs you might make like $100. Some of them you might make $300 or $400 or $500. Just really depends on the place and the timing of it all. And and whatnot. But yeah, so I know people that are full-time musicians. They play, you know, probably 4 to 7 times per week. And then obviously, like, if you can get into like doing like private corporate events, and weddings,
I've heard a
and
lot
stuff
about.
like that, I do a lot of that as well,
Okay.
just on the side, and like that's a good way to like
Yeah.
make your rent money in like one night.
Well, what a lot of the guests have talked about is because it's so saturated music out here
Yeah.
that it's often hard to get people to come out all the time because there's always a show
Yeah.
somewhere, and you have 15 friends that are playing a show on the same night as you.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
it's kind of hard to get them to come out. But I think I saw some footage of you at Saxon.
Yeah, yeah.
I've been going there lately, like the earlier shows. It's
Yeah.
been really cool.
Yeah, I love Saxon. We played there for the first time in like August of last year, right around the time that my album came out. And then we did one in December. We did one just this past Friday here in February, and we've got like a few more dates lined up.
Do you have a favorite venue out here?
It's right now it's Saxon
Okay.
because it's just been like Saxon was like when I first was like getting in the Austin music scene. It was like, and I was like playing at like bars on 6th Street and stuff, and just like trying to play anywhere I possibly could, and like mostly I was playing covers. It was really that was like before I had even like started writing or like written the bulk of what was on my album. I was just like doing anything I could to just go play covers and just play by myself because it was just fun for me. But I was like, all right, well, like eventually I want to play at Saxon Pub. I want to play at like Antone's. I want to play at like Sagebrush, like those types of venues. And like for the last year, for the first time, I got to like play at all 3 of those places.
Nice.
So like, but Saxon is just, I don't know, it's just like special to me. The people there are so nice. The Jody that like books the music there, she's been like really, really supportive of me. Like,
Is there a huge wait list to get out in there, or is it?
I don't really know exactly how it works. I'm sure that they get like a million emails every day saying, hey, like, can we play here? And I don't know exactly how I like, you know, got over the fence or whatever, you know.
Your voice.
Yeah, maybe. But I mean, there's tons of people that are really great, you know, and it's just, that's like how Austin is. There's so much talent and there's only so much space or time. So yeah, I don't know exactly how I managed to like finagle my way in there, but they've just been really, really nice and supportive, and like they treat their musicians really, really well there.
It's good to hear.
So yeah, that's my favorite place.
Do you have any rotating spots that you're like regularly at? Any residency kind of things?
We usually are doing like this place called Austin Garden Studio.
Okay.
It's part of a hotel called In Cahoots. It's on like
on the east side. I used to live a couple blocks from there.
Okay.
And so you playing up on top of the roof?
No, we're playing.
Oh, inside the.
And so they have that inside stage where they have like this. They call that the studio, and they have a nice little stage in there. We've played in there before, and then on their big outside area is where they have like food trucks and like outdoor bars and like it's all like turfed out and like a ton of sitting area, and they have a big stage out there. It's like really nice. They've got a really nice sound system all throughout there. They got this nice like digital screen you can like throw your logo up on.
Nice.
You. So we usually play out there like I would say on average like once a month. It's not like a set like residency.
Yeah, I got to check it out. We would always hear music playing at the top.
Yeah, at the
Always
top they
wondered
do
what it
like
was.
the DJ stuff at the top of the hotel.
And a lot of times when we stopped in, there was like bachelorette parties or a private party or something like that. So we never checked it out.
You know, it's like, but that's playing there is like, we've played some Saturday night shows there where there was like, you know, like 500 people in the yard, and like a ton of people like are standing right in front of the stage, like locked into what we were doing,
Nice.
you know, which is really a nice feeling. And so that's like those have been great for just like getting eyes on us. And like, there's a ton of people that are obviously like in town because they're on a bachelorette party or some kind of corporate thing. So like people that aren't just Austin locals are coming and seeing you there, and, you know, just a good way to kind of spread the gospel. And then we are also doing like, basically once a month at East End Ballroom, which is over like east side, like East Cesar Chavez area.
That's a new one to me. I
yeah.
keep seeing it pop up. I haven't.
It used to be something else. I don't remember what it used to be. You'd probably know the name if I could think of it. But no, it's a really nice bar, and they've got a really nice, like professional quality stage outside as well. That it's super nice to play at. So yeah, we're doing there like once a month or so, and that's kind of similar to Austin Garden, just like a good way to just like it's free. There's people that are there. You know, people show up because they know we're playing. Also, there's just people that are just there because it's Friday night and they're at a bar and like they are hearing you for the first time.
Have you ever done Meanwhile Brewery?
No, I haven't done Meanwhile. I really want to.
Decent sound.
Yeah, I've seen like friends play there. Like the sound's great. The stage is really nice. Yeah, I'm trying to get in there.
Speaking of all that, what I always ask people like, what are their favorite food spots out here, food trucks or restaurants or whatever?
Yeah. So I've been going recently a lot to. This is a kind of cliche answer for Austin, but like Matt's El Rancho. I love Matt's El Rancho.
Okay, haven't been.
You haven't been to Matt's?
No,
yeah.
but
it's it's like don't go like Friday night or Saturday night because it's like you gotta wait forever.
Is that down Lamar?
It's on South Lamar.
Okay, my
right next to like the 04 Center.
My dad and my stepmom came into town years ago, and they like wanted to check it out. It was just like we showed up there, and it was like a Saturday, Friday, or something. It was like Madhouse, and we're like, not making it here.
It's like it's like a club.
Yeah,
you know?
there might have even been prom going on or something. So I was like, dude.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just like people just love going there. It's like a place to be, you know, like the scene, and the food's really good too. But yeah, so I've been just going there a lot recently. There's a Thai place, but kind of by my house down south here called Tuk Tuk. It's on Manchester.
Okay, you like that one?
Yeah.
If you like Thai, go to Didi's.
Didi's. Okay.
It's off Brody now, Leona.
Okay.
At Botanical Garden.
Yeah.
And they have Veracruz tacos there, and they have like water flowing throughout the yard, and there's a bar, cafe, and coffee spot.
Okay.
Good place to work at. But Didi's, I just had it last week, and it used to be a food truck over at Coffee Radio, and it was always sold out. And I've been trying to go to it for years, and they have a brick and mortar now where you don't sit there, you just order at the window, and then you sit in the area,
right?
The garden. But it was delicious. So
okay, so check that out.
Didi's is great.
I really like this place called Josephine House. It's over in like the Clarksville kind of area.
These are all new ones, basically.
Josephine House is like you know kind of elevated, like just like American fare. But we love going there. And then there's a spot on William Cannon, also kind of near me, just called Beto's. It's a
see it all the time.
Casual, like kind of just very casual.
I stopped at the Wells Fargo. There's Wells Fargo.
Yes.
I stopped there on the way over here.
Yeah.
And the ATM was down. I was pissed.
Oh, no.
Because I was like already running kind of late, you know.
Yeah.
So then I thought that was funny. But
pop into Beto's. Beto's is really good for just like when you want like really
interesting
good Mexican food and you don't want to like.
Yeah, it seems like an authentic spot, but overlooked by people who. I moved here in 2020 during the pandemic, so there's a lot I don't know about Austin. I used to live downtown.
Yeah.
Right downtown, and I know the east side pretty well, but it changes so much.
Yeah.
And then I moved down south when we had a kid, and I'm like right behind Armadillo Den.
Okay.
So I still can like see music all the time.
Yeah.
There's a lot of venues right there, so it's really fun. Have you ever done the Armadillo Den?
I have not. It's another place I've gone and seen friends play, but I haven't played there yet. No, that's another place I would like to get into there. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that spot.
Yeah, and South Austin is just like. Feels like just like kind of like the hub for like musicians and like people interested in the music scene here.
Mm-hmm.
Like my whole neighborhood that I live in is like a ton of musicians, and like we throw my roommates and we throw like backyard concerts every couple months, and like our neighborhood is like super supportive.
Mm-hmm.
They all show up and support. And so yeah, man, it's like Austin is just. You know, I growing up in South Carolina. I grew up in.
Did you come here solo? Do you have any family out here?
No, I came here. So I came here right after I finished college. I went to the College of Charleston in Charleston, South Carolina. Graduated in 2020. Moved out here in the fall of 2020 because I started grad school at UT. And so I came out here to get my master's in accounting because that's my day job is in like finance.
Okay.
So. Came out here like for school, but the reason I chose or like wanted to go to school here is because I knew the music
Does the finance help you with the music career at all?
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely like probably have a little bit better like business sense than maybe some people who like never had that sort of like financial literacy, like you know, given to them by whatever, you know.
It's kind of got to be annoying to be in finance than being this a starving musician, you know,
Right.
on the side.
Right. Yeah. No, I mean, it's good because, like, you know, I'm like, my day job is how I have been funding my like career right now, basically, because I'm completely, you know, independent. I'm not like with a label or anything right now. And
are you trying to maintain independent? It's probably the way to go if you can do it without getting screwed, right?
Yeah. I mean, you know, my goal at the end of the day with what I'm doing with music is like, and I've established this for myself now, is like, I'm gonna be able to make like the same kind of living that I do like right now between having my day job and also playing music. I want to be able to make that living just by like playing original music.
Yeah, that'd be so awesome.
You know, that's like, and I feel like that's an achievable goal. It's not like, I'm not like saying like I want to be like a Grammy winner and I want to make millions and millions of dollars, you know, like, although that would be wonderful. Like, if I could just support myself at like a comfortable level, like being able to travel around and play like my music.
Have you ever done a podcast before?
A podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, I know it's nothing compared to America's Got Talent. Sorry, American Idol.
Yeah.
But you seem like a performer. You seem very comfortable, and now you just sat down and got to it, man. I appreciate it. Well, let's get. I'm excited for people to hear some tunes.
Yeah, man.
We're gonna do 4 or 5 acoustic songs, and can't wait to introduce your music to people who aren't around in Austin.
Let's do it.
Yeah, man, appreciate it.
Dude, thank you.
Anything you want to plug? Oh, yeah, plug a couple shows.
Yeah, I'll plug some things.
I'll try to get it out in time. It'll give me motivation to do it.
Yeah, so my album, Reap What You've Sown, it's available anywhere you're streaming your music. Go check it out, and I'll have a ton of more music coming out this year, over the course of the year. We're going to be playing the outdoor stage at Rodeo Austin on Saturday, March 14th, at like 4 p.m. I'm super excited for that. I've never been to rodeo before. And it was like really cool when they
I bet it's badass out here.
Yeah, I'm excited. Like, it was super cool that they reached out to me and to do it. And I think, you know, we're doing the outdoor stage, so that's cool. And then I think like they always have like a headlining act like every day of the rodeo, and so the headlining act that night is like 49 Winchester, who is really good. So that's like cool that I'm playing the same day as them. So yeah, March 14th, Rodeo Austin, and then April 17th and April 24th, back-to-back Fridays, we're doing Saxon Pub.
Nice.
Again. Yeah.
Right, that'll be a good one.
Those will be like 10 p.m. One of the days we're playing along with Nico Little. I don't know if you know Nico, but he's incredible, like blues rock artist here in town. And then a band called Suchin and the Porch, and they're kind of like dirty Texas country sort of stuff, country rock. So we're doing like a headline or a triple kind of headline bill with them. So that's April 17th and April 24th at Saxon Pub.
Sweet. Well, best luck with all that. I know you're going to kill it. So, yeah, man. And I'll have to have you come back on.
Would love to.
After you do all those shows, tell me about the rodeo. I just remember now my mom was in town last March and we found out the rodeo was going on, and we didn't get a chance to make it. We're like, we got to really start paying attention to what's going on here.
I know. Well, it's like during kind of South by as well. So it's just like, it's a really busy time here in Austin.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited.
All right, man. Well, yeah, once again, appreciate you.
All right. Thank you, man.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
This is Broken Compass. It's a new song. It's been said and done 1,000 times. Count the different seasons of my life. Looking back on all the time I spent trying to find my way with a broken compass. I ran through the rain in my nice shoes, only saw the world in shades of blue. Looking back on all the mysteries, trying to find my way with a broken compass. Can a man without a plan ever really take a stand? Or is he bound to fall for anything? When the monster's in your head find the spot under your bed, then you wake up scared of everything. I tried to hide myself in clouds of smoke, saw no meaning in the words I spoke. Looking down on myself, driving around in circles in the dark with a broken compass. Seen the devil once before, crawling across my hardwood floor. I was not scared, I let him in. When you live your life in sin, sometimes you just need a friend whispering over your shoulder. And I might be a lost ship, and the lighthouse in the distance might not really exist. But if my head is filled up with delusion, that's okay. I think I'm happier that way. Now, if there was a road to Jubilee, the toll commission surely charge a fee. There's no map and there's no money you can spare to reach the end. Gotta use your broken compass. Gotta use your broken compass. Gotta use your broken compass. No one's got a working compass. This one's called Meteorite. It's one of the very few love songs I've ever written. Walking on a tightrope, I know I ought to take it slow, but I'm chasing down a lost hope. It's when I start to lose control. I see my life from a satellite's view. Everything looks so small, but then there's you. So I let myself fall. I wanna crash in your time zone. I wanna break down your walls. And I'm catching on fire. I'm burning so bright, but I touched down tonight. I'm your meteorite. I used to have a hard time waiting for the sunrise, always leaving in the moonlight, living in the night sky. See, I've traveled where the stars don't glow. in your gravity's pull, I'm coming home. So high, I let myself fall. I wanna crash in your time zone. I wanna break down your walls. And I'm catching on fire. I'm burning so bright. But I touched down tonight. I'm your meteorite. I'm low on fuel, but I'm alive. Close my eyes and take the dive. Landing hard, but I'll survive. I let myself fall. Wanna crash in your time zone. Wanna break down your wall. And I'm catching on fire. I'm burning so bright. But I touched down tonight. I'm your meteorite. I'm a one-way flight. Just follow my light. I'm yours tonight. I'm your meteorite. The song's called The Crime. It's a new one as well, coming out at some point, 2026. I hate the way I took my pain and made it all about myself. Did the crime, I paid the time. You know I sacrificed my health. Left my mind somewhere on the borderline of sanity and clarity. I rode the boat until it sank, and then I drowned myself in drink. Laughed so that I wouldn't cry. You know I hate to say goodbye. Then I watched an eagle fly, making circles in the sky. And I wondered, what am I? I'm just a man, I'm scared to die. Kill the power, cut the lights. Now I'm walking off alone into the darkness of the night. I wrote my name down in the sand, let the tide erase it all. Tried to find a piece of peace, but I kept running in the walls. Heard a voice inside my head whispering my every fault, my every flaw. Now I'm just a shadow where the fire used to burn. And I wonder if I'll find my way or if I'll ever learn. Cause I'm failing every test I have to take. Now I'm losing all my nerve down in the dirt. And I'm wondering, what am I? I'm just a man, I'm scared to die. Kill the power, cut the lights. Now I'm walking all alone into the darkness of the night. Oh, what am I? I'm just a man, I'll never fly. Guess I'm not the type to try and go the distance. Took the path of least resistance in my life. And that's my crown. That's my crown. I paid my time. I'm walking off alone into the darkness of the night. This is Reap What You've Sown. This is the title track of my debut album. Knocked down on my knees, thought a couple more of these would have me feeling invincible. Pushed back to my feet, our eyes meet and suddenly I'm no longer in control. Break down cause you call me out, shadow of your doubt has me crying and miserable. Goddamn, don't you know your words sting as they ring in my head, the feeling is visceral. Did you think that your language wouldn't have implications? Do the words cut your tongue with the sharp switch blade on your frustration? I can feel it in the air that I care for a girl who's above my station. I thought I'd put up quite a fight, but tonight I give up on retaliation. 'Cause I won't reap what you sow. You use me like a drug, you steal my love, sweep the rug out from under me. You lie when I'm fucked up, so I reach for my cup and watch everyone run from me. Blood spills in your living room, the light of the moon is the only way we can see. Goddamn, don't you know your words sting as they ring in my head and we're repeating history. When you finally lie down at night, does it hurt your conscience? Do you wrestle with the thoughts in your head cause you stained your bed with violence? Does it shake you to your bones when your home is filled with the sound of silence? All the lovers in your web left for dead, I would know cause I was your fly once. I'm better off on my own, cause I won't reap what you sow. Oh, oh, oh. Did you try and take a stab at a look that you made in your mind cause you thought you lost it? Are you crying in the sink with your heart on the brink of a break and you swear I caused it? You're not laughing anymore cause you know your spirit's poor. Man, I used to think that you were hot shit. All the hope left in the world isn't there for you, girl. Stop your crying, it's not you that got it. I'm better off on my own, cause I won't reap what you sow. I'm better off on my own, cause I won't reap what you sow. Don't come calling out to me when you finally feel the heat of the flame that you stole for ages, cause I won't reap what you sow.